it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
Not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide.
Well, Coach, the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready. 5-9. 6. You're good. You're good. High full. Ready. Coaching spell. Under. Check 4. Check 4. Tonight.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And Kamara has it stripped. And the Jags grab it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown. Jacksonville. So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it, because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Brees. Open man is Michael Thomas. A breakaway for Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints have taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Saints 7, Jaguars 0.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
Ready? 5-8, 5-8. Check 56. I'm here all day. Shoot! Check 24, check 24.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
27 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, that's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
6 guard, check 6 guard. Hey, watch it, watch it.
They run with a former Viking and Raider. It's Latavius Murray. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Drew Brees, his 2nd touchdown pass here in the opening quarter of this game. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Still 1st quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points. Get that blitz coming, and down he goes. Alex Anzalone leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Leonard Fournette. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Flat.
Here's Foles. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Come on, one thing for sure, you know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a 3rd down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
On 2nd down, Kamara, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun now for Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Greystone travel.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
You ready? 56. Check. 56. You can't hang. 12.
Toss play, Kamara. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36.
61. Matchbox white. Check. Tonight.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Watch tight right. 4 down. Check.
Here's Breeze. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. DJ Hayden right there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. So after the penalty, they're back to where they started, 3rd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now it's Ginn. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
At the Jaguars' 45-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Check.
Now Breeze. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
Ready, yellow lady. Hey, kill.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Hey, Haywood.
56.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. 12 yards there and a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big third down play there for the Jags. 42 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. This is Fournette. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Come on, fellas.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A run there on first down, and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch QB drop. Check, 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 check. Kill, kill, kill. Shit.
Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Check 3, check 3.
80 weapons.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
You ready?
56. Check 56. It's coming this way. Coming this way. Here we go. Here we go.
36. 36.
56.
36.
Here's Breeze to throw. And that will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is fielded at the 7. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. A first update now from Cleveland, and it's the Browns out to the early advantage. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. Foles, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is going to be hauled in. Oh, what a catch at the 10. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So now, following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Leonard Fournette, as the first half is winding down, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a...
And he's into the clear. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Blue draw Porkers.
Now Foles. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Again, it's Fournette. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. This will be, 38 yards out. The kick by Lambo is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt, just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
We go 21.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On the ground, this is Kamara. Oh, he's got some breathing room. The 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Go! What we got? Watch out.
2nd and 11. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. That one good for 26 and a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. To throw is Breeze. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Girl, bud. Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Foles. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd down.
Tempo. Mike, 27. You got nothing today. You got nothing. What is it?
They'll look to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Ready. 5-9.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
They can't hang with us. Check. Fresh down. Easy, opposite.
Kamara try the right side. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. We have played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
5-9. 50. You're trapped.
Now Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they left little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. That's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Strip down to hit.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Foles now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Fournette. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Turbo 64.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Foles. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Cameron Jordan has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Hey, goal. Down goal.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Lee's got it over the middle. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Lambo to add on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Let's get off the field.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go. Tight end right. Tight end right. 3 down. 3 down. Check 99. Check 99. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
They're going to look to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Kiko Alonso in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. That's going to set him back 5 yards. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. The intended receiver was set to valve, and that'll bring up 2nd down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit. to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Too little, Tiger. Switch gears. Hit him. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Hey. I said.
Back to throw. Open man right side is Sharp. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19.
In a 2-minute drill, we often talk about taking care of the football, but sometimes it's just a matter of who wants it more. How about him going up top on a 50-50 ball and taking it away for a big play?
That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. 15 more there, and they're on the roll. It's another first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
A very important extra point there, up and good. They have gone to the 4th quarter, by the way, in that game in Cleveland. And it's a big-time advantage for the Browns. They just scored again, pouring it on. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, let's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Breeze now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. This from long, very long range. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Kill. Check it back. Check it back.
Running with Kamara. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. Shotgun now for Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, Kamara. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You're good, you're good. Right forward, ready. Line's 50, line's 50.
Hey, let's get this.
Breeze now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Delta.
Give me that ball, defense.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And that will be incomplete. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Breeze to throw for it on 4th. And it is incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Now a first throw here in overtime. Sharks got it left side. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Get some space. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And now look at him go. He's at the 50. 30, 20, 10, and he brings it back to the house. It's a touchdown, and in a crazy inning, a defensive score wins it. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great